unmasking and dealing with the family wishes, exposing the family wishes, and how you can be spiritually free from them, part 2. How to deliver yourself from the family wishes and wizard, and return all their arrows back to them and be free permanently from all their bewitchment and evil manipulations, part 2. By God's grace, in today's video I want you to share part 2 of the video I started about the family bewitchment, about family wishes and wizard. And in part 1 I was able to make you to understand that whatever you are passing through in different location and anywhere you find yourself, most at times that the witches and wizard in your family is involved. Because believe me, Jesus himself said a man's enemy is those of his own household. Reason is this: your own household, people that are close to you, friends, relatives, are actually people that know in and out of you. And witches and wizards needed information to work, and most of the times they needed also a loophole in your life to work. And it is this family witches, it is this family people, friends, relatives that actually know your weak points, that will tell them this is where they will strike in order to give a strong reasons why they will have to attack you. Because naturally, most of the times, witches and wizards don't easily attack like that or have access to your life unless they have you find a loophole that will give them foothold in order to attack. That was why for Job to be attacked, God, devil have to go to God, giving God strong reasons why he has to get permission to attack him, that he has a kind of build a hedge of protection, and then for this reason that he's only serving you like an eye service. Give me this opportunity, let me attack him and see if he still be your child. Most of the times you may not know some negotiation that have gone around in the spiritual realm against you, and then based on that negotiation, wherever you find yourself, they bring one person or the other to cause stumbling block, because witches have their network, and through their network they know them, their members, and they use their member that is closest to you, because this world is filled with witches and wizards. There are a lot of them moving from pillar to post, looking for who to bring down, who to destroy, who to kill, because that is the three mission of the enemy: to steal, kill, and destroy, according to John 10:10. So they will use them to set one trap or the other, to cause one loophole or the other in your life, and then it will give them a foothold to strike immediately. And that is why you need to discover the root cause of your problem, because Bible made us to understand in book of Psalm 11 verse 3. Thank God we are in 11th month. If foundation be destroyed, what will the righteous do? You notice that most of the things we are passing through in different locations and places we find ourselves is as a result of wrong foundation that is fueled by witches and wizards who have not rested, who still go to feed the family altars and the deities of the father's house, deities of different father's house that has been abandoned saints, and they try to go and reawaken them, using them to come after other people and making sure that they bring people down. And unless you discover and bring them down or stop them, they may actually stop you. And that is why in today's video I'll be sharing with you certain attributes, just as I did in the part 1 of this video. That's why I want to share with you how you can actually expose and discover them, because Bible says resist the devil and he free from you. So that you will resist them, you will send all the arrows back to them, you will be separated from all their evil and be free from all their tantrums. But before then, please give this video a like so that YouTube algorithm will shift it to other people that need it. As it is so, may God bless you. Welcome back to Jenny Action TV. In this particular channel, I discuss 3 important variables which actually have safety and spirituality. In this channel, we pray strategic prayers, we read the word of God in our heart, we believe in balance. That is actually why we do spiritual work. So if this is the very first time you're finding yourself in this beautiful family, you are highly welcome. Please kindly hit the red subscribe button and the bell notification so as to always get my next upload. For my returning subscribers, I love you so much. Thank you for always stopping by. So without wasting time, let's dive in. Before I go ahead into this video, I wish to remind you that our Waking Mind Spirituality Global Academy is ongoing, where you will be taught all the secret existence of this universe. Because actually, Bible said in Jeremiah 33:3, call upon me, I will answer you and show you great and mighty things which you know not. You will get some keys and some secrets that may never be shared in this social media platform, that you can actually use to win all your battles, and above all, protect and preserve your future and present generation. Because believe me, ignorance is a disease and you may never rise above the information at your disposal. There is a particular information that you get, it will change everything about you. And this is one thing that your 12 weeks in the academy will give you, because it's going to give you keys that can actually help you to unlock all doors that has been locked against you, and be able to overcome all your spiritual battles, and above all be an overcomer. Because believe me, spiritual rules the physical, and the God is out to help you. If and only if you come and join the academy, you will be unmasking this secret. So that being said, let's go ahead into today's video. Now, one of the ways to discover these family wishes are what I call spiritual discernment. All of us are spiritual beings. All of us are given the capacity and ability to discern between good and the bad. And in the last video, you saw me read the book of Deuteronomy, your enemy, or Deuteronomy 18 verse 10 to 12. You saw the attribute of witches and wizards that was mentioned there, attribute of this type of people, wickednesses they practice in order to bring people down. And again, we also read Galatians 5 verse 19 to 21, the works of darkness that is associated with this type of people. Now, when you look at some life of people, and they are always communicating, romancing, and one way or the other having communion and the connection with negativity, negative energy, they are only connected to evil. You will never see them do good. You will never see them where right things are being done. It's only when things that is going to bring people down are being discussed or being a kind of plan, you see them championing in the family. They will never champion any good cause. You are talking of bringing a man of God to pray and then liberate the family from bondage. They will never want to support it. But when you say, okay, let's bring a native doctor to conjure, which doctor for that matter, you will see them, they will be the first to champion it. They will even be the one to suggest the best native doctor to bring. My dear, look out. These people are family witches and wizards that don't want light in that family. They only want to mingle with works of darkness. And you know that even on the Bible, through spiritual discernment, St. Paul was able to discover a particular witch girl. When they went for preaching in Philippi, you discover that in Acts chapter 16 verse 16 to 18, that there is this witch slave girl that the family members has been using to make money, because she was possessed with spirit of divination that give her access to be telling people things that will happen in future, telling people their problems. And then when St. Paul come to preach in that land with his team, the same girl started boldly by saying, these people are the men of God, they are servants of God, listening to them, and then trying to confuse people that she's operating with the right spirit. But because St. Paul was very, very conscious and then have spiritual discernment, he was able to discern that this girl was possessed with evil spirit, and that this spirit is not from God, and was able to command and rebuke that spirit, dealt with that spirit, and free that girl. And to a great extent, the people were not even happy, because this is what they are using as a means of livelihood, deceiving people with false prophecies, false divinations, and then making gain from her. And the real question is, it's not actually to give people prophecies that are actually divination that is not coming from God. Was she able to give them solutions that you tell them that somebody is planning to kill you? What is that solution to come out from such manipulation? So you notice that this girl was using some form of manipulation, unexplained, a kind of emotions that is not from God, to give people directions. And at the end of this, St. Paul was able to discover it. Likewise, these family witches and wizards might actually be one way or the other showing that they're trying to help you, trying to give you one solution or the other. Lo and behold, that solution is not coming from God. It's actually coming from witchcraft. And once you yield to it, they will have a foothold to continue to attacking you, making sure that they bring you down. You see some of them that will vow, you will never be greater than me, never be greater than my child. So they will always give you negative direction that will make sure that you did not excel beyond their children. And these are some of the activities of these family wishes and wizard. Number two, whenever you observe some unnatural or spiritual manipulations and manifestation from these people, you will also know that that which is most of the time this will come as a sign or symptom on others. You notice that some people are passing through some chronic illnesses in the family, some infirmity, and to a great extent, emotional turmoil, a mental retardation, mental problems, and some unusual occurrences happening among the members of the family, and then backward disappointment wherever they are going, they are not doing well. And then when you are one way or the other mentioning these things, you will see that some of these people that are involved, one way or the other, become very, very less concerned about that scenario. When others are running around, how are we going to help our sister, our brother, our daughter, our son? That look at what is happening, that this sickness has lingered, he has taken you to different hospitals, it is not working. How are we going to do? They will never give valid suggestion that will help that person positively. They may never say, let us see this man of God or the other. They will only be directing you to witch doctors, to their kind of colleagues that are responsible for what you are going through, so that through there they will tie that person more, they'll bring that person more down, so that the person will not be able to see the light of the day or discover what is happening. We saw in book of Matthew, I think 17, from verse 14 to 18, when a particular man came and knelt before Jesus, asking Jesus to come and cure his son. The son was possessed with epilepsy, and this son will fall into fire today, he will be like he's dead tomorrow, he will get up the other day. He was having a lot of attacks. You notice that that was a pure witchcraft attack, witchcraft manipulation, and Jesus was able to heal that person. So when you notice some unusual attacks and sicknesses, and you have even gone to hospital, the hospital is not helping matter, they have given all sorts of diagnoses and it is not working, my dear, watch it, witchcraft is involved. You have to use prayers, go to Jesus like that man of God, kneel to Jesus and continue praying and pleading with Jesus in order to help you to be free from such demonic influences. And because most of them are actually coming from the family, and see them from time to time, they will come to monitor, they will come to ask, how are you feeling? And you think that they are getting the information in order to help. They are just using it to make sure that what they have done, they do it more, and then to a kind of monitor to ensure that what they're doing is still working. When some people are calling you constantly and they are inquisitive about a particular situation, you never even share with them that you are passing through, that they will be asking you, how is your work? Are you still there in that office? Are they treating you well? How is your health? Have you been getting yourself? Are you having headache? They are mentioning directly those areas that you are having issues, as if they already know that you have issues there, and you never discuss it with them, shape them very well, because they are the one responsible for that particular issue, and they are trying to find out if what they did is working, and in order to know how to improve on their witchcraft and evil manipulations. Number three is dreams and vision. Like I normally tell you, dreams does not lie. Dream is the product of your reality, playing inside your subconscious, playing in your spiritual part, because human being are tripartite being, spirit, soul, and body. And because your spirit will always communicate with spiritual being, communicate with your guardian angel, that is one of the easiest way your guardian angel will expose to you that all is not well, by showing it to you in your dream. Now, when you are having repeated and constant dream about somebody in your family, and each time you are seeing this dream, the person is into negative something, the person, you see that person conjuring something against you, doing something against you physically, the person may be pretend to be friend though, doing, showing you love and care, but every time you see this person in the dream, it is always doing hatred, works of hatred against you, gossiping against you, conspiring against you. You see this person in native doctor's place, you see this person doing some forms of occultic invocation and manipulative things, you see this person midst of meeting with people, and all he's saying or doing against you is only evil, my dear. That is a big sign of witchcraft manipulation. Let's take for instance Joseph dream. Joseph dreamed persistently that he saw the brethren bowing down the knee. That dream alone later come to pass shows that dream is not ordinary, that dream is real life of someone that is being played to that person in the subconscious. It shows that this is what God destined Joseph to be in future. Likewise, when you are seeing this is know that these are the plans. Even if those evil have not started manifesting, that you are seeing it in the dream, it might be a warning signal that this is evil plans that these people have against you. You are planning to travel to somewhere, or you are planning to travel this Christmas, and you are already having negative dreams about it, and the people you are even happily going to visit, you already seeing them in negative directions and scenes. Perhaps God is actually showing you that something is not right, that these people are up to no good about you. Not to talk of you that is in a spiritual channel that I've even shown you different types of video, how you can actually distinguish between a kind of manipulated dreams and that particular dream that is actually coming as a message. And one way or the other, when you are also doubtful, you can actually use one of those means to discover truly if this dream is what it is, so that somebody might not also use people's face, because we are aware that another people can also use people's face to do evil. But 90% of these dreams you can persistently have continuously about a particular individual, all in negative light, all in negative direction, is always real. So whenever you are seeing some family members that are always engaging in negative directions, negative activities, negative actions and experiences in the dream against you, my dear, that is what they are in real life. It doesn't matter the type of relationship they're showing you physically, shake them very well. There are witches and wizards working against you. Perhaps why they're even close to you physically is to collect more information, because there is a saying that says, bring your friends close, but bring your enemy closer. They are very close to you, not because they love you, but because they actually want to pull you down. So stop them before they stop you. So that is another one. Number four is investigative patterns of cultism and familiar spirit. You notice that these people that are witches and wizards in the family, they always rely on wrong means in order to get their information. Like the Bible talk about Simon Magus, who is possessed with spirit of witchcraft, wizardry, and spirit of divination, giving people information about their lives, yet it was not coming from the right spirit. You notice that these people will always depend on occultism. They will always depend on shams and invocation that is coming from a witchcraft doctor, coming from a witch doctor, that is coming from wrong direction in order to carry out their activities. That even if they are doing spiritual work now, they will not do spiritual work that have root in the word of God. Like you see us, we combine things that God created, something like a kind of salt, pepper, and other things that God created, using it for spiritual work. But you see them going to one native doctor, witch doctor, who will combine certain shams that you will not even know what they are made of, and asking them to do some ungodly things that can bring others down. And they are not always out to do this for protection or fighting their battle, but to harm a third party who is innocent of anything. Once you notice that people are always, their leg is crooked into shams, into invocation, because we are spiritual beings, and our people used to say that the leg that go crooked, also the eyes that go crooked see it. People will always see them in the wrong direction. Like there is one that pretends to be a kind of a on the lost side, but each time people sees this particular woman, she's not seen in a native doctor's place, she will be seen at the shrine, at where a kind of a community deity is located. And the one thing is that she will a kind of one way or the other sneak into that place. When she is coming back, one way or the other, somebody that knows her will see it and come and be telling us about this particular woman, that I thought that this woman is a pastor's wife, thought that this woman is a believer, I thought that this woman believes in God. How come that every time this is the place we are seeing him? When you notice that there is a kind of a crooked movement in the life of a particular individual, that he will always rely on witchcraft means, like shams, like occultic manipulation, invocation. You will never want to be where things are done rightly, or things are done in the name of God, but once it involves names of deity or evil ancient spirit that nobody want to associate with, they are the one to champion it. My dear, that is a sign of family witches and wizard. You have to deal with them decisively, be calling their names when you are praying Psalm 35, that whatever invocation and shams they are doing against you, you are returning it back to the sender, because your word is energy, your word carries power. You carry mirrors, every invocation and the witchcraft mirror you are using to monitor me, I push you back to you. It will never work. As I scatter this mirror, I scatter your eyes and your nose and everything you are using to collect information, be it your ears and head, against me. And believe me, God will use it as a vessel, as a weapon to deal with them and stop them. Just as he asked Moses, what do you have in your hand? It was the same shepherd staff he got from Egypt, he used to deliver him or her. So anything you have in your hand is an energy. You can use it to scatter and dismantle. For instance, in 1 Samuel 28, you will see King Saul going to consult a witch of Endor in order to collect certain information, a woman that practice medium. Whenever you see these people, it's only those people that you know they practice medium, they practice wrong thing, they don't want to go to church. You will never see them go to church, but they are a kind of pretending to be like prophets and prophetess that give people message and information. And every time, that is where you see the legs of these members of the family. They want to know future, they want to know when you are coming back to cause accident, they want to know when that your visa will come to block it spiritually, they want to know when you are going to travel out in order to make sure that it didn't happen. They want to find out the destinies of the members of the family, to know the people that are destined to be light in order to transfer it to their own children, manipulate it or quench it or stop it. You will only see them in curious places where they are getting wrong information, where they have nothing to do with God. They don't call God there, but they claim to be seeing beyond physically. That is wishes. That is wishes of Endor, a woman that is full of curious means, using divination, that is never using the spirit of God, that God never revealed things to, but other spirits that are revealing it to that person in order to use it in negative directions. Once you notice that a family member is always interested in such, visiting such, and never interested in doing things that are right. Any church that is being fingered as an occultic church, being fingered as a false church, as a church, because there are many false prophets. Bible recorded that in the last days a lot of false prophets will come out. Some will even claim that they are Christ. They say they will do a lot of signs and wonders, lying wonders, as I'll call it. It doesn't matter the wonders, if it is not from God, it is not God. It's not every spiritual channel that is from God. Take it or leave it. That they are telling you that this is where your problem is coming from, and so on and so forth, does not mean that they are actually from God. And one way or the other, you will always notice and see, because we are spiritual beings. So whenever you see a family member that is entangled in such, they are not always want to seek information from the right sources, but they will seek it from mediums. King Saul in his time had a lot of men of God that is in Israel at that time, prophets that he can always inquire concerning information that he needed, but yet he decided to patronize the wish of Endor, because that woman is using curious means, is using spirit of divination, not actually spirit of God, because he wanted to know, and because he wanted to use it for wrong motive, because he knows that the things that come from God are always right and always virtuous and always things that are not ignoble. He needed ignoble a kind of sources to get the information. He started going through the wish of Endor. See that those family members that want to go to wrong places to seek directions, to seek information, to seek solution, instead of going to those ones choosing and marked out by God. Because believe me, there are prophets that have never bowed down their head to bow. Because at a time when Elijah was actually saying that he is the only prophet that remained, they have killed all the prophets in the land, that no other person, God himself told him that there are still 7,000 prophets that have not bowed down their heads to bow. And most of the time, so what devil actually uses is counterfeit. For every counterfeit you see, there is original. That people can inquire and know things that is beyond human means that God have people also that he has given such spirit and grace that operate from him, that can give you information about future that or things that is happening, and then they will give you the right solution, not for the purpose of destroying others and then taking what God has given to others to shine, but for the purpose of them shining and making sure that the better versions of themselves come out and achieve purpose and destiny. But once you see people going to the wrong places to gather their information, my dear, they are witches and wizards in the family. They need to decisively dealt with in order to make sure that you are never victim of their wickedness and caprices. So, because I don't want this video to be unduly long, if you follow me till the next video, we will find out how to deal with these witches spiritually in order to collect whatever they have stolen from you and ensure that you fulfill your destiny, shine as star you have, and your glory radiate forever. But that depends on one thing. If I see a lot of comment, views, and likes in this video, I will surely know that it's appreciated and I will make that video. If not, I don't have to make videos that is not appreciated. So if you have not subscribed to be part of this family, what are you waiting for? Kindly hit that red subscribe button and the bell notification so as to always get my next upload. Comment on this video, share it widely to everyone. Might sure be helping a lot of people. As you do so, may God bless you. So with this, I say enjoy your day.